I dislike facing the crowd, but making presentations and talking in front of people is unavoidable for me as a student. One of the things I do to overcome this is to write my scripts for each slide, then record my talk. I listen to it repeatedly and constantly rehearse until I know my slides without looking at them. But then, in addition to all these physical preparations, one might count this as maybe insignificant, but one thing I try to do is to be conscious of God's presence and His help available to me. Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Hope Alive podcast. I trust you have been doing great, and I pray that even as you listen today, you will be blessed. So today's podcast is titled Who Are You? So kindly stay tuned. When Christians are faced with challenges, it is easier for one to forget that we have an advantage, and in this case, our advantage is God. Bible speaking in the book of Job chapter 32 verse 8, the New King James Version says, "But there is a spirit in man, and the breath of the Almighty gives him understanding." In addition, Daniel chapter 11 verse 32 says, "For the people who know their God shall prove themselves strong, and they shall stand firm and do exploits for good." We need to constantly wake up to the reality that in all we do, wherever we are ambassadors working together for God. And no matter how little or seemingly trivial the task we are faced with is, we can always use our advantage. Our advantage is God, like I said. We can always be conscious of God being at work in us. I strongly believe that God is on the lookout for us at all times. So when we put in our efforts, it is multiplied and we exude excellence, all for the glory of God. Just like Daniel and the 3 Hebrew boys, we can be vessels by which God reveals Himself. But then, it takes an awakening to see ourselves as who God has called us to be. Daniel chapter 1 verse 17 and verse 20 tells us that as for these 4 youths, God gave them knowledge and skill in all learning and wisdom. And Daniel had understanding in all kinds of visions and dreams, and in all matters of wisdom and understanding, concerning which the king asked them. He found them 10 times better than all the learned magicians and enchanters who were in his whole realm. This requires a mindset change and a conscious thought of having God on our side. We are not disadvantaged, yes, and He that resides in us is greater than all. It is one thing to know this, and it is another to consciously walk and live in the truth that we have a charm, and God is our charm. So, in this new week, how will you decide to use your charm to glorify God's name this week and beyond? I would love you to confess this with me. With God, I know I have an advantage, so I can do all things. With God, I know I have an advantage, so I can do all things. The song I'll be leaving us with in this week, that is the song of the week, is Overcome by Pastor Emmanuel Iren feature E. Daniel. I pray that this week will bring forth good things, good news, new beginnings in all aspects of your life. Till we meet again, do stay comforted. Bye.